I played for Chelsea FC.
Chelsea are the Conference League champions.
I'm now building the world's first on-chain gaming and entertainment studio, co-owned by 50 of the biggest gamers and creators in the world. From the #1 faces of PUBG Mobile to top Fortnite pros, even the face of Call of Duty Mobile is one of our partners. This is the story of how I went from a Premier League contract to building in Web3 with all of you. Most of you have followed me for years, but most of you don't know who I really am. You've seen a few highlights, but not how I got here. I think it's time to share my story. My journey started as a little boy kicking a ball around my living room. My mum would scream at me not to break anything, but I didn't care. Football was my everything. Eventually, the chaos paid off. I signed for Chelsea FC at 8 years old, one of the biggest clubs in the world. I ended up making it the whole way through the system and signed a 4-year professional contract at 17 with the Premier League. My childhood dream was happening, but then my worst nightmare struck. Just 4 weeks after signing pro, I tore my ACL in training, the main ligament in my right knee. I needed a full reconstruction using my patella tendon. This was a major injury and the first of many upcoming setbacks. On my 18th birthday, the day before I was due back training after my knee recovery, I broke my back in a go-kart crash. Chelsea took me immediately for a scan and the worst came true. I had broken my lower vertebrae in several places. This wasn't just physical pain this time. This is where my mind started to fail me. Is my football dream already over? Unfortunately, this injury kept me out even longer than my knee. After 2 years of physio, I managed to get back training, but bad luck struck again. I had another major problem, a super rare condition called compartment syndrome in both my calves. The fascia around my muscles, like a cling film, was too tight, constricting my muscles when they pumped during matches, giving me cramp within 30 minutes in most games. There was only one option, and that was another surgery. They tried to cut a hole in both of my calves to give my muscle room to pump during exercise. Sadly, it didn't recover. It just didn't work. And just like that, my dream was over. I couldn't play professional football ever again. My body had let me down. I was so confused why this happened to me. What did I do to deserve it? The only way I can describe this to everyone watching is imagine running a marathon that lasted your entire childhood. And as you're in the last 100 meters from the finish line, your dreams are right there, someone shoots you in the leg from the crowd. All of that effort, the training, the late nights, for absolutely nothing. I didn't even get the opportunity I'd earned, which was to prove myself to the footballing world. This loss wasn't anything to do with money. This was about me as a person losing the only thing that made my soul happy. Fast forward some time, I received a small insurance payout due to my career-ending surgery. Just enough to survive so I didn't need a normal job for the next few years. This is when my depression really sank in. Not only did I lose my football, I had no family support. My real dad left me in a car park when I was just 5 years old, and my mum and I weren't actually talking. She told me to get a job in the supermarket during one of our rows. This was absolute rock bottom for me. I was alone and broken. Then came Lily, my beautiful little dog. Say hello to Lily. She, without a doubt, saved my life. With all the hatred and rejection I had in my heart, she taught me to love again. This is where my love for animals really came about. They're a blessing to us, and I've continued to help them ever since that day. I've rescued several street dogs, paid for their surgeries, rehomed them, and even paid for several street dogs to live in sanctuaries in Turkey. Animals are special. They can truly heal humans. So alone and depressed, I randomly had an idea whilst watching a game show on TV while still on crutches. What if there was a social media app where you could win prizes by taking photos before other people in a live competition? I had zero business experience, but I sketched out my idea and built a prototype with the money I had left. Next thing you know, a friend introduced me to an investor in Starbucks, and he offered me £50,000 on the spot as he loved the prototype I had built. I think from memory, it was about 15% of the company for the £50,000. Not bad at all. That one investor ended up introducing me to his friends, and I went on to raise about £500,000. This gave me the funds to build the company, but I made a vital mistake through general business inexperience and also trusting too many people and the wrong people. I paid an app company who outsourced the work to cheap overseas labor. The product didn't work, you couldn't even log in. It was a complete mess. I was scammed. I then had the choice to sue or try and build it again. I chose to go to another company. They chose to build it in-house, but they still couldn't get it right. This company, my new startup, was over before it even started. Finished. This was my first major loss in business and my second major loss after football, but I was still young. I was 23. What next? Being the entrepreneur I was, I had another idea. Welcome Boutique Baller. I knew how footballers shop due to being one in the past. They wanted rare items, a luxury service, and exclusivity most people can't get. So I created a high-end store to fill the gap with a concierge on top in London. It only provided rare exclusive items such as the latest Hermes bag or a one-off Travis Scott trainer. I ended up raising around 1.3 million, built it, opened the doors, and in our first month, we did 252,000 in revenue. The concept was so unique, Rolls-Royce sponsored the launch. We had many stars through the door. Even David Beckham became a regular customer, shouting me out on Instagram stories to his 100 million plus audience. This is when I realized I took an idea from scratch in a space I've never worked in to a finished product turning over multi-millions with the world's biggest clients. This is the definition of entrepreneurship. Then the worst thing that could ever happen to a retail business happened. COVID hit the world and the store had to legally shut. Why me? It was open and closed randomly over the next few years based on the restrictions, but we still managed to do 5 million turnover within the 3 years that followed. But the truth is, I wasn't in love with the industry, and the world economy got so bad, it became near impossible to operate. During this COVID lockdown, I was gaming constantly due to my store being shut, and I had free time on my hands. I think the whole world was playing Warzone at this point, and I was regularly winning with my friends. During a win, I thought, why is there not more to winning? Why is there not an extra level of competition to this experience? People play Fortnite, Apex, Warzone, non-stop to be the last man standing. This is when the concept of Planet X hit me. Let's take this up a notch. I wanted to create a game that was more intense, gave you more dopamine, and gave you something to really fight for. This was the idea of Planet X, the world's first treasure hunt extraction shooter where players like you can compete for real-world prizes every single day for free. Fast forward about 8 weeks and I met Jay, an angel investor and now close friend and business partner. He wasn't a gamer, but we spent an entire day together in his office going over the concept and potential market size. By the end of the day, he was hooked. He loved the concept and wrote me a ticket worth millions. He didn't just believe in my concept, he fully backed me. His one condition was that whatever we did, we had to be the best. No shortcuts, the product always comes first. He told me to hire whoever we needed to build this right, and that's exactly what we did. Every lesson I'd learned in business was ready for Planet X. During early development of Planet X, whilst on a trip in LA, someone from TikTok Gaming said they loved the concept during a lunch. Next thing you know, they introduced me to FaZe Blaze, the 8th ever FaZe Clan member who literally helped build gaming culture. I got the opportunity to pitch Planet X to him in his streaming room overlooking the hills in LA. After showing him the game, he went silent. Had I said something wrong? He then broke a massive smile and said, I believe this could be the biggest mobile game ever. He said, imagine this. Imagine giving a big creator $10,000 to then go on YouTube and tell everyone it's hidden on Planet X. He said the moment somebody wins and you hand deliver that cash on TikTok, this has viral potential. I think every college kid in the world would want to compete in these hunts and win all these crazy prizes.
Very close with the owner of Planet X, James. He's a very good guy. And I've helped advise a little bit on the game. Just give some advice on, what direction they should take certain aspects of their game. And I definitely agree with you. I think it could be massive. I mean, it could be one of the biggest games ever.
Hearing someone like Blaze, who's had over 800 million views on social media and super well known in gaming, confirmed my internal beliefs. It really added fire to my belly, if that's even possible. So why Web3? Well, during the early development, it was my baby cousin Charlie's birthday and I wanted to give him a present. I rang up my auntie and asked what he wanted. A football kit, a remote control car, Pokemon cards. All I got was a stern no. He wants V-Bucks and he wants to buy more skins. Interesting. I then went to his house, he grabbed my arm, took me to his room, turned on his PlayStation, and he was just showing off all of his skins. At this point, I realized, wow, the younger generation no longer care about physical things and only care about the digital things in the games that they are playing. At this moment, I knew that I had to future-proof the business, jump into Web3 because I truly believe it is the future of all digital economies and the future of gaming. This is when we began putting Web3 into the game so that every skin and prize would automatically be minted on the blockchain and could then be traded around the world. As time went on, I then raised more money as people started to see and comment on the quality of the game, raising around 10 million to date. I really started to operate in a flow state. We've kept our heads down and have done nothing but focus on building the best possible game so that nothing holds us back from going viral when we globally launch. I truly believe at this point of my life, if you set your mind to something and you have the ability and determination to make it happen, you can achieve magical things, and that's exactly what happened next for me. Scrolling on X one day, an individual called Anthony reached out as he saw a video about Planet X. Anthony, funny enough, looks after 3 of the biggest mobile gamers in the world: Savu, Levino, and Panda. They have 72 million followers between them and have had over 7 billion views on YouTube alone. And funny enough, they're the 3 biggest creators for PUBG Mobile, the exact audience I want to infiltrate with Planet X. Next thing you know, I was on a call pitching my bigger vision of Gallaxia, the world's first player-owned gaming and entertainment studio, distributing viral-style games focused on brand integration at scale. From the moment they saw the vision, they were all in, and this is where Gallaxia really exploded. We spent the next 3 months showcasing Planet X and Gallaxia's vision to some of the biggest gamers and creators in the world, and everybody wanted in. Day after day, we were signing a new co-owner as word got around. Everyone wanted a piece of Gallaxia and the games we're launching. We're now in a position where we've got the biggest conglomerate of gamers and creators ever seen come together to launch Gallaxia. 200 million plus followers and over 30 billion views collectively online, giving us unseen levels of real-world distribution, with each and every co-owner being a proven expert at scaling audiences globally. Gallaxia solves what everybody's been struggling with on the timeline. Number 1, attracting the best creators in the world as actual owners and not just paid shields that come in and then leave. Number 2, real-world distribution outside the crypto timeline. We're talking over 200 million followers built into the chain from day 1, with bigger reach than any other chain. That's an explosive level of reach, true distribution at scale. Just imagine global Mr. Beast style events where the world is competing to find a hidden treasure chest with a car inside on Planet X. Or picture a live Go Hunt event in Dubai, powered by AR tech, just like Pokemon Go but on steroids, where Kick and Twitch streamers are literally running through the city, phones in hands, racing to find a hidden chest with $100,000 inside. Gallaxia isn't just gaming, think bigger. This is an entertainment studio on-chain. So here we are. Building Gallaxia isn't just about the last 5 years of development. It's the result of a lifetime of lessons, challenges, and personal growth. Gallaxia is the future of gaming and entertainment. It's pioneering a new kind of studio ownership model. Instead of massive studios like Riot Games, Tencent, or Ubisoft being owned by a few billionaires sitting on their boats, Gallaxia will be co-owned by people like you, alongside some of the world's biggest gamers and creators. As Gallaxia grows, we will all win in real time together. And if there's one thing I hope you take from my story, it's this: never give up. Life's tough, but if you believe in yourself, nothing is truly impossible. Turn yellow.